sure. He's so amazing. And those words that he told the boys are also amazing. No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world. Now, when I was growing up in the 80s, there were limited ways for me to get my words and ideas out to the world. My Community Times newspaper, maybe 30 people would read it if I wanted to write a little article on the trials and tribulations of being an 8th grader or something like that. Today, in the palm of your hand, you have the great equalizer. You don't have to be an athlete, an entertainer, a celebrity, a journalist, a world leader to get your words and ideas out to the world. You can do it right now. And that is awesome. We've never in the history of our world ever had the ability to connect and communicate like we do today. Just us communicating to whoever we want around the world. And maybe somebody will see our words and ideas, and maybe it'll change them. Maybe it'll change what they're doing, even in just that moment. But that's just talking the talk. You also have to walk the walk. What did he say? That the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse. That the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be? What will your legacy be? What action will you take to advocate for the thing that's important to you? How will the world know that you were here? Yes, from the businesses that you've built, from your kids, from your grandkids. These are all incredible legacies. But how will the world know that you were here? For me, I never had kids. So my footprints that I'm making right now, the water's going to come wash them away at some point. So how is the world going to know that I was here? How is the world going to know that you were here? What difference are you making? What will your verse be? And for me, it's animal rescue. This is my boy Bodhi. I told you that I'm a huge Patrick Swayze fan, massive Patrick Swayze fan. I named him after Patrick Swayze's character in Point Break. Not an 80s movie, but my favorite Patrick Swayze movie, actually second to Roadhouse. Bodhi, I wanted him to have a little bit of Swayze's soul, and I was hoping that I would get out of it. Now, this was the first picture I saw of him. He was basically dead on the sidewalk in Miami. He couldn't walk. He couldn't go to the bathroom. He had bugs all over him. It's even hard for me to tell the story as much as I tell it because I saw this picture and I just knew he was my guy. And then I saw this picture of him with an IV. And I called Patricia, who runs Wonder Paws Rescue, that had him, and I said, Patricia, that is my guy. And she said, we don't know if he's going to make it through the night. And I said, he's going to make it. I'm telling you, he's going to make it. And this is going to be my guy. And then I saw this video of him. And this was after 2 weeks at the vet. He was finally getting up and walking. And he got so excited to see another dog that his legs went out, still wagging his tail. And so I got him. And this was the first picture of him after I got him from the foster. He spent 2 months at the vet and then a month in foster. And I looked at him and I said, I'm going to give you the best life ever. And he gave me this look like, you're going to need me more than you know. And boy, did I. Because I got him on August 6th of 2020. That is his gotcha day. And at the time, I was dating somebody. We've been dating for about a year. And when we met, she had told me that she wasn't going to be here forever. She still had a journey she needed to take because she had lost her daughter at Christmas, 2 Christmases before, at 19 years old. And she said, there's still some things that I need to do. And I said, look, that's cool. Like, we'll enjoy each other's company while we have it. We'll learn from each other when it's time for you to go. You know, it's time for you to go. I'll never get in the way of anybody's life journey, ever. Well, speaking of like and love, I fell madly in love with her, and the time came for her to go. So in March of 2021, she gets this RV, and she says, I got to go. And I said, okay. She got it, and she left for Oregon. It was really hard for me to see her go, but I knew it was the right thing to do. I knew that there were still things that she needed to take care of in her life. And listen, she lives in Oregon now, very happy, married. I'm where I need to be. We're in great places. But it was really difficult for me to see this person leave my life. But sometimes, you know, that's the best thing that happens for both of you. Now, little did I know that a month later, my stepmom, who'd been in my life for 40 years, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and died 3 weeks later. And then the big one hit. 6 weeks later, my mom passed away from Alzheimer's and dementia. So in a 100-day window, I lost 3 of the 4 most important women in my life. My sister, thankfully, is still here. But it was the most challenging time of my life. I was like, what is going on? My mom passed on the night of July 4th, which was really weird because there's fireworks and there's barbecues and you're watching someone pass away, and it's a really challenging time. And my mom was in Baltimore and I'm in Florida. I go up to see her for the last couple weeks of her life, and if you've been around people with Alzheimer's and dementia, they're not doing a whole lot those last couple weeks. They have their eyes closed. And Bodie went right up to her, and he put his head under her hand, and she said, "Is that Bodie?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And she just started petting him. And the reason it was important for me to have her meet Bodie is because animal rescue is because of my grandmother, my mom's mom, who did it in the 40s and 50s when it wasn't even a thing. My mom passed it to me and my sister, and I knew that it was important for her to meet Bodie. And Bodie, when we left the room, he sat by the only entrance just staring at it, protecting her because he knew how vulnerable he was. And this is the boy today. This is Bodie boy today, happy, healthy. Yes, he can walk and he can run, and he loves chasing iguanas. That is his favorite thing to do. In South Florida, we have a lot of them, and he loves chasing them. So this is Bodie today, and I say that rescue is the best breed for me. If you're thinking about bringing an animal into your life, just consider adopting. There are so many that need homes. It could be a dog, a cat, a horse, a rabbit, a guinea pig, a spider, or a snake if that's your thing. It's not my thing. I'm terrified of both of them, but if that's your thing, hey, spider, snake, whatever, there's a rescue for it out there. And here's the really cool thing about it. You get to save a life. Many of us in this room will never have that opportunity. Unless we're doctors or nurses or EMTs or soldiers on a battlefield, police officers, firefighters, we never get to experience saving a life. This is your chance to do it. And you can pass it to the next generation, your kids and your grandkids, and you can say, even if you don't have a career that saves lives, this is how you can do it. And so I just ask all of you just to consider adopting if you're thinking about it. There are so many in the shelters that need a home. I volunteer with a couple organizations, one where the bully breeds, as you can see, are near and dear to my heart. We rescue bully breeds from dogfighting rings, and then we get them to a ranch where they're healed physically and emotionally to be adopted into homes, and they're awesome. And so this is my legacy. This will be my verse. Animal rescue. This is what I am hopefully going to leave behind, is that I did some good with animal rescue, and I ask all of you to think about what your legacy is going to be. What will you advocate for? What will your verse be? Because that powerful play, life is going to go on. What will your verse be? And so as we wrap up here, we've talked about some of the best lessons for life and work coming from the most unexpected of places and people. I'm going to give you 2 of the most unexpected people you could ever imagine learning from in the 80s, and they are going to deliver us the best 5 words for the rest of our life.
I think they want us to say something. What should I say? Make something up. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes!
Be excellent to each other. If you take anything away from today, that's just the best way to live. Just be excellent to each other. And tonight at the event and through the weekend, party on, dudes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Stay rad, everybody.